EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fights through it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes them dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
8 yards on the pickup.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Falcon football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And the Falcons first down.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Henry up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Gain of 14.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Colts.
Now motion left with Mooney. A play fake. Now Penix. There's Mooney with another catch. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Way through for the Falcons field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts offensive receiver Michael Pittman getting set for their next possession. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Second and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
First down.
On the option left, it's Jones. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Leonard Floyd able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Penix. Caught by London. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Penix working out of the gun here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
Running left, it's Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
35-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a short gain down to about the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Falcons first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he put on the carpet, a fumble. And unfortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Ooh, the juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. The connecting here with Pittman on the out route. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll let one go deep for Downs. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
10 more yards. 10 yards on the pick.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's another Colts 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Spins away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
8 yards on the pickup.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it,
That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 36.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it and move forward and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's 2nd and inches.
Henry again on 2nd down. They juked him. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
First down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Henry's got it out on the left side.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Here's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And the Colts first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cam Scaboo, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will take the lead here, the final minute of the first half. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll go play action here with Penix. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Penix going to hold on to it. Now the timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To the air, Penix. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's Week 10, Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, by the way. We salute all the brave men and women who keep our country safe. This one's for you. Here we go with the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And it's Marvin Mims Jr., one of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Broncos run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Inside handoff, Henry. And good vision there as it's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Moving the motion man right. And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll throw with Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 102 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Colts pick it up. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Eddie Goldman in on that play defensively, and he finishes it off behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Jones. And this taken in by Downs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
16 yards. That's good for the Colts. 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Tyler Warren. A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and
A play fake. Now Penix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Penix from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Makes a connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 23.
That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Running from the gun with Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A good pickup there, a 22.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw, Penix. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A give to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down. It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons 1st down.
Now Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
First down. First and goal.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Boy, they had it at the 1. The full start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
That's called. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he gets this up past the 40.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Now Jones. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 59 yards. And the Colts use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Falcons 22.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's Penix. The Colts are going to get him. There he goes. Neville Gallimore. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Short throw caught by Pitts. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
3 and out. Fourth down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. That one deep for London. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Second and goal.
Taylor is going to take this one in for the Colts touchdown.
The thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll set up to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
from the shotgun, it's Penix. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. So a second NFL interception for him. He is looking the part here in year one.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
They run wide side with Henry. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Quiddy Pay.
On the tackle. The tackle made back at midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now third down and very long.
A loss of 7 yards. It's third down.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Pierce. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync.